Hello everyone, this is Roshni and once again welcome to my channel Circuit Globe. In today's video lecture, we'll be going to understand the difference between NPN transistor and PNP transistor. So let's proceed. So guys, before discussing the differences between NPN and PNP transistor, let us understand what is a transistor. So transistor is a three-terminal device which is composed of semiconductor material that behaves as either conductor or insulator when external potential is provided across its terminals. Basically, two different types of charge carriers are responsible for conduction in transistors, thus it is also known as bipolar transistor. It is derived from two words, transfer and resistor. This indicates the transfer of resistance from one channel of the circuit to another, and due to its ability to change its states, it possesses two fundamental functions that are switching and amplification. It is formed by combination of two p-n junctions that collectively produce three terminals, and the three terminals are emitter, base, and collector. A transistor is mainly classified into two categories, namely NPN and PNP. And here in this video lecture, we will understand the differences between NPN and PNP transistor. Guys, let's now see what is NPN transistor. So NPN stands for negative, positive, negative. An NPN transistor is formed by sandwiching a p-type semiconductor layer between two n-type semiconductor materials. Guys, due to the presence of two n-type layers and one p-type layer, here the majority charge carriers are electrons and minority charge carriers are holes. The pictorial representation showing NPN transistor is given here. So as we can clearly see that here a p-type semiconductor layer is sandwiched between two n-type semiconductor layers. Friends, as we have already discussed, that is are having three terminals. So the first is emitter, base, and the third one is collector. The junction region between emitter and base region is known as emitter-base junction, while this junction, which is between base and collector region, is known as collector-base junction. During construction, the three layers are formed in a way that one is lightly doped, one is heavily doped, and the third one is moderately doped. Now you must be thinking which one is lightly doped, which is moderately doped, and which one is heavily doped. So guys, the emitter layer of the transistor is heavily doped, the base region is lightly doped, and the collector is moderately doped. You must note here that collector region has more area in comparison to emitter region. The reason behind this is that the large region of the collector allows large number of charge carriers to get collected at this particular terminal. And due to this reason, emitter and collector regions are not interchangeable. Let's now understand the working of NPN transistor in brief. So for transistor to operate properly, the emitter base junction must be forward biased and the collector base junction must be reversed biased. Due to this reason, this N type of region is connected to negative terminal of the battery and this N type of region is connected to positive terminal of the battery, making it forward biased and reversed biased respectively. Suppose this applied potential is VEB and this applied potential is VCB. So under the presence of this forward voltage, the majority charge carriers, that is electron, experience repulsion from this negative terminal of the battery. Due to this repulsion, the electron starts moving from emitter region to base region after overcoming the barrier potential. After reaching the base region, some of the electrons recombine with the holes present in the base region, but rest move towards the collector region, which is present over here. And the electrons that move towards the collector region is collected by the collector terminal. The movement of these majority carriers, that is electrons, generates current through NPN transistor. Now coming to PNP transistor, so PNP stands for positive, negative, positive. A PNP transistor is formed by sandwiching an N-type semiconductor layer between two P-type semiconductor layers. Guys, because of the presence of two P-type layers and one N-type layer, here the majority charge carriers are holes and the minority charge carriers are electrons. This means that here the majority and minority charge carriers are opposite to that of NPN transistor. Now let's see the pictorial representation of PNP transistor. Just like the previous case, here also the first region is emitter, the second one is base, and the third one is collector. Along with that, the doping concentration of all the three regions are same as that of NPN transistor, because the emitter here also is heavily doped, base is lightly doped, and the collector is moderately doped. For the operation of PNP transistor also, the emitted base junction must be forward biased and the collector base junction must be reversed biased. Due to this reason, this P terminal is connected to positive terminal of the battery and this P terminal is connected to negative terminal of the battery. Consider that this supply voltage is nothing other than VEB and this supply voltage is VCB. Now let's understand how a PNP transistor operates. So the majority charge carriers of this P region, that is holes, experience repulsion from this positive terminal of the battery. On experiencing repulsion, holes move towards the base region after overcoming the barrier potential. Once reaching the base region, the holes combine with the electrons of this lightly doped base region. After recombination, the rest move towards the collector region. As this collector base voltage is reversed biased, so the negative terminal of this potential attracts the holes coming from the emitter region. And due to this region, the holes reaches the end of the collector region. And in this way, the movement of holes within the PNP transistor generates current. Let's now check on what parameters NPN and PNP transistors are differentiated. So let's first see the symbolic representation of both the transistors. So NPN transistors are symbolized as this, while PNP transistors are symbolized as this. Here the direction of arrow is from base towards the emitter in the outward direction, while in PNP transistor the arrow heads towards the base from the emitter terminal in the inward direction. Guys, NPN stands for negative positive negative, while PNP stands for positive negative positive. Comparing the two construction wise, so NPN is formed by sandwiching P layer between two N layers and PNP is formed by sandwiching N layer between two P layers. Let's see some more differences. So comparing on the basis of majority carriers, so in NPN transistor, due to the presence of two N layers, electrons are the majority carriers, while in PNP transistor, due to the presence of two P layers, holes are the majority carriers. Now the next parameter is flow of majority carriers. So in NPN transistor, electrons move from emitter to collector terminal, while in PNP transistors, hole moves from emitter to collector terminal. Now comparing the two on the basis of flow of current, so in NPN transistor, current flows from collector to emitter terminal. The reason behind this is that in NPN transistor, electrons move from emitter to collector terminal, which we have discussed recently, and we know the conventional direction of flow of current is opposite to the direction of flow of electrons. Due to this reason, in NPN the electrons move from emitter to collector, but the current flows from collector to emitter terminal. While this case is opposite in case of PNP transistor, because we have discussed that here holes move from emitter to collector terminal, and we know the conventional direction of flow of current is similar to the direction of flow of holes. Therefore here the flow of current is same as the flow of holes, that is from emitter to collector terminal. Talking about the behavior of the two, so NPN transistor act as current source because it sources current from the base terminal of transistor, while PNP transistor act as current sink because it sinks all current into the base region. Due to this, when base current increases, the NPN transistor gets on, while this case is opposite in case of PNP transistor. Talking about frequency response, so NPN transistors offer faster frequency response in comparison to PNP transistor. On the basis of conduction, it is said that NPN transistors offer more conduction in comparison to PNP transistor. This is so because in NPN transistor, conduction is due to electrons and electrons possess high mobility in comparison to holes. Due to this reason, NPN transistor is preferred more over PNP transistor. Thus, NPN is used more than the PNP transistors. Lastly, the direction of arrow. So in NPN, the arrow is outward from the base terminal, while in PNP, the arrow is inward towards the base terminal. So guys, here we have discussed differences between NPN and PNP transistor. But in case you need more detailed description, you can refer our site circuitglobe.com, and here you will get the differences between NPN and PNP transistor with the help of comparison chart and definitions. I have provided the link of the same in the description below for your convenience. Also, we have already discussed transistor in our previous video titled under bipolar junction transistor, so please have a look on it to get a better idea about the operation of transistor. Well guys, this is all for today. I hope this lesson will help you to clear your doubts regarding NPN and PNP transistor. So please like and share this video and put on your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe our channel for further updates. I'll be back with another interesting and important topic. Till then, take good care of yourself. Bye bye.